Oh, this is a rescue bearded dragon. So this is actually my rescue bearded dragon, Aldwin, but I went to see a lady and her 3 dogs last week. I hadn't planned to speak to her dragons, but they both made themselves very well heard that they wanted to communicate with me. One that came to the front of the tank and banged on the glass. Hello, hello, hello. And so I said to her, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to communicate with your dragons because they're both demanding that I talk to them. The dragons that I saw, and this dragon in particular, they have really specific needs. Really specific needs. So this is Aldwin. When he arrived, I was absolutely fascinated. He's a beautiful boy. I think he's a beautiful boy, and everyone that comes to our home says so too. He's got such character on his face. But when he arrived, he was in a bit of a sorry state. He hadn't been well looked after. He had been loved. It wasn't the boy's fault at all. He was doing the best he could with the resources that he had. But he didn't have the right lights, and he hadn't been fed the right food. So he was quite thin, and he was quite lethargic. And I was so excited. I was like, oh, bearded dragon, wow, they're so ancient. And I've never had a reptile before in my care, so what's he got to say? I'm so excited. I got down on the floor, and he just went, whoa, lady, just be. And it was this really calm, really wise energy, and I was like, oh, got so excited, sorry. So I had to take my cue from him. He just said he just wanted to settle in, adjust. We put the right lighting in his tank, we got him fed up, he needed a bath. After about 7 or 8 days, he was then ready to talk on his terms. But he asked me to, well, he actually told me to be, and then it was about putting his basic needs in place first and then have a chat. The 2 dragons that I met last week that were banging on their glass, that came to the front of their vivariums, one asked for hoppers and the other one asked for crickets. I don't know what I'm being told. I'll just share when I go and visit people. And the lady burst out laughing and she said, well, that's hilarious because he doesn't like crickets and he doesn't like hoppers. So the fact they've asked for the ones that they do like is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And one of them he wanted to be out more, and the other one wanted to be more in his tank. He was like, I don't like going out so much, but I'd like a bowl of water that I can just kind of lounge in. But the other one, who was at the front banging, he's like, I want to come out more. I love it when I come out. And Aldwin, he's a bit of a show-off. He likes it when people come round. Fluffs his little beard out. Again, without communicating with the animals, I wouldn't have gained that information to be able to share with, for us, with Aldwin, but also for other people with their dragons, about what their needs are. And it's very, very common for us to just do what we want with our animals without necessarily taking into account what they want.